Uh, this whole debate fiasco is just depressing. It's every time I'm asked what I did you see the debate? What do you think of the debate? It makes me think of the old George Orwell thing where porn could only be vetted by hardcore party members who could be trusted to read questionable material without being corrupted. Or the Monty Python sketch with they wanted the funniest joke in the world translated into German, and they would let loose and destroy the German soldiers, but they had it translated one word at a time so that the translators wouldn't get in sick, and one translator translated a whole phrase and wound up spending several weeks in hospital. Like this is just um it's okay. So yes, it was a little smoother. But you have the same old, same old. You have Trump spouting blustery nonsense and Biden responding with slightly better behaved nonsense. Um, and then you have the fact that facts don't matter as much as the bluster, and that goes for both parties. The fact is, Trump is right when he said that kids in cages started under Obama, and he's right when he said that Biden and the Democrats do have a long, sordid history of complicity in white supremacy. This is a two. This is a two-horse wagon. They both pull their weight in the scheme that is American so-called democracy, and they're on sync on all the questions that matter. Look at this the stuff about the foreign policy where Biden attacks again from the right. From the right. Democrats have a long history of attacking their Republican opponents from the right. And he's dealing with a thug and how he would never do such a thing. And then this whole Oz style showmanship. Don't pay no attention to that agenda behind the curtain, is meant to distract from the death throes of a spent empire, and the lies have to grow even more outrageous all the time to keep this in check, and they are in sync. Iran is now colluding with Russia and China, and they're interfering in our splendid sacrosanct democracy. Is there such a thing? Carter Center said they couldn't even certify a vote in the U.S. interfering in our democracy. What a crock of shit. I mean, they have in Iran of all places, right? I don't know if it's funny or insulting in which greater degree. These people whose country was destroyed, whose democracy was overthrown when Mossadegh was taken down by the CIA, and then ushered in 25 years of Savak, of the Shah, of these death squads, and then to say, I mean, that to pick, why pick them? You have no evidence. Why don't you pick anybody else? It seems like they're going to take an alphabetical list of all the countries that the U.S. has interfered with, but they'd have to go like they're doing with hurricanes now. They'd have to go into the Greek alphabet. We'd be way beyond epsilon, because you have, Abkhazia to Zanzibar, and then everything in between. The U.S. has done nothing but meddle in other people's countries, in other people's elections, in other people's democracy. They use this fraud that they're building at home to construct the myth of democracy. And where do we get it from? The FBI? Are these people serious? They call themselves part of a resistance, and they're looking for proof or leaks from the FBI? What is wrong with these people? The FBI literally murdered the only chances this country has had for revolutionary change. They slaughtered the black resistance in their beds, literally. Fred Hampton threw a closed door, 45 bullets. Come on. They were implied in the murder of Martin Luther King through Taylor Branch's book. These are settled issues. Hoover's FBI, who believed strongly that the greatest threat to American stability was Negro unity, in his own words, they have nothing to say. They should be quiet, as Minister Farrakhan said. The U.S. should be quiet when it comes to human rights, when it comes to what to do around the world. It is a shame and a horrific thing that they have done in this world. And to use this, WWE cage match, this to like show off this wonderful democracy, I think is pretty fitting, right? This is like mixed martial arts. It's just crap. And it's touted as some debate, which it's not, between opposing, which they're not, candidates, which they're not. They're basically robots filled with money from various factions of the ruling class. And to have them go at it and really duke it out is just a waste of airtime, a waste of television, and frankly, a waste of our time. So we can take a sip, watch from a distance past the popcorn, and just see the empire swirl the drain.